Okay, RM is my movie room, DVD, VHS. I finished the last bit of shelving over the past winter. I could make one more shelf in the back if I find more wood in the garbage. I'll keep an eye out for salvage. Anything I could use come spring. And just to build up my collection a little bit more, I'm going to have to pay more on eBay to get the out of print and rare movies. Don't know if I'll get into any of the new movies right away because I'm not at that point where I could just pick up and go downtown or go down to Walmart, downtown, whatever, and look for rare movies or new movies because there's still a lot of rare movies I want to get by the time I get cut up to that point. Still need at least 2 years in here to start picking and choosing some of those rare movies or CDs. Uh, every summer or end of the spring, summer, I'll get a couple of Dolly Parton, and next year I'll get a couple more so I could get caught up with her. I don't know if I'll get Great Pretender on the CD. It's too expensive. It's on 8-track and it's on cassette. I thought about starting an 8-track collection, but I never got to see any more locally. If I do, I'll try to pick some up if it's something I can listen to. Because I do have an 8-track player, and I'm going to look for a record player now that I started my record collection, and I'm at the point now where I could start thinking about getting Frankenstein this year. Maybe end of the year, try to get Pitfall 2. So those are the two big expensive ones. Hero is the most expensive game I have for Atari. Been building up Atari all winter, and just got the last two big ones, Congo Bongo and Kung Fu. Otherwise, I could have picked up two more for Dolly Parton, but cannot always work on Dolly. She has tons of crap out there. I only collect the old Pearl Jam live stuff and the singles, and I don't collect too many of the new ones, the ones that come out in the paper, unless it's from like my own country. But I do collect a lot of the singles and the early live stuff, original albums, and then it goes into Ozzy. There's other rare stuff besides Pearl Jam in here too. The original mesh cover for Ozzy is around $100 now. There are a couple in here that are kind of getting rare, but I'm trying to collect a little bit for Neil Young now. So, not just going to be always about Dolly, it's not going to be always about Pearl Jam, but I've been trying to build those up. Other than that, I do want to build up Simpsons. But I'm not going to buy them on eBay because they're too bloody expensive with shipping. Any horror tends to come over here in this area. Been building up a new horror off eBay that I haven't been able to find locally. Tends to go over here. And a lot of these are getting more expensive. Beyond $10, beyond $20. They're getting into the $50 mark, they're getting into the $100 mark, so I gotta watch out what I'm picking on eBay now, and because either they don't price it high, but they price it high on shipping, so I gotta watch out for stuff like that. Do I really want it, or I'm gonna have to look into other formats maybe, because some of this stuff is rare and out of print. I cannot get everything I want right away, so it might take me a year or two to get caught up in here. Ghost House is the typical horror in my area for Region 1. You guys know all the basic horror movies. I know a lot of you collect the Region 2 stuff, Synapse Syndrome, Severance stuff. Everything in here is all common movies you know about. I'm not gonna start collecting that stuff because I never grew up with it. Unless it's on Region 1, then maybe I'll get one or two. But I have a little bit of Blu-ray, and I'll pick and choose some Blu-ray over the spring. Maybe find two more for Isle of Lucy, then I'll have it complete. Try to build up The Simpsons. Been seeing part 1 and part 2 a lot. Other than that, haven't been seeing much more that I could grab. I got all the Return of the Living Dead over here. Managed to pick out the first one. How about that? And I do want to turn this one so it's facing this way, but a little bit long, so I'm going to have to push 3 of these down a little bit just to move it in, and that'll take a fair bit of work to push them down. Either going to have to take off all the movies and then put them back on, and I just leave it like that. All these shelves I made myself. Either I bought the wood from Home Depot. I could have bought the big sheets, but I don't have a car, so I cannot really just go and get it. And I don't know how much they charge on shipping. Otherwise, I could have done that. Have them deliver it, but these came up and it works. So this is what I needed, wide enough to hold the movies. So I don't like double stacking. That's the reason why I got rid of those 2 big bookshelves. Otherwise, it's easier to tell what I have when I come down. I keep the movies I don't know on the bottom, and the movies I like at the top. Not necessarily horror, but I am trying to group some things together, like science fiction movies, karate movies. So I do try to group things a little bit together. Not to a point where Blockbuster had horror, comedy and comedy. They have signs everywhere. So I do have TV shows, I do have CDs, and I don't want to group my TV shows all in one section. So picked up the final Star Trek Deep Space Nine over the past Christmas, and hopefully this year I can pick up another big box TV show. If I could get 2, if I get a little extra money, I'll try to get a little rare movie or a game. Because a lot of the games I want now are getting kind of expensive, so that's why I need a good year in here to get caught up. So this year I'm just basically going to be getting caught up with the movies I could not get before. So you'll see a lot more rare movies come up. And I will try to get them on Region 1. I don't collect Region 2 at all. I did try to start collecting a little bit on Region 2 before, but you need a whole nother player, and it's not a format that I like, so I never bothered collecting on that one. I stopped on that one. They are a little bit cheaper at times, and some of these get lost on Region 1, and they get reproduced on Region 2, but I might never ever find all the Poltergeist or all the Porkies for Region 1, but I do have Part 1. That's the main one, Part 1 for Porkies. And I do have it for, put it back in. So I need to put backing on these when I pull them out when I'm doing my videos. I don't want them to fall through. They're about $50 a piece, and they get pretty expensive. That's why I try to get it on VHS, or I might have to even try to get it on one of those digipacks. Because they get lost on the original format. The covers get reproduced into Blu-ray shit and all that crap. And that's what a lot of people collect now. Oh, it's a new movie, came out on Blu-ray. Fucking came out fucking 20 years ago. Fucking not a new movie. Fuck. And they price it up to like 60, 70 bucks. But everybody wants the fucking 4K shit now. Blu-ray crap's still expensive, and my area always Blu-ray's been priced up. So plus they've been marking stuff up at the donation store, so had to deal with the price markups over the past winter, and have to watch out for that. That's why I haven't been getting so much coming in, because of the price markups, but they even been marking up the VHS as well, so not just on TV shows, not just on DVD. So I have to, if there's something I really want, I'll try to get it. And Goosebumps, I will try to get more Goosebumps. I only bought 1 lot, and it was a pretty big lot, so I'm really happy with this one. Never had any of them, so Now I got quite a few of them. So I'm trying to work out to a point where I could get more cartoons coming in. But I do need to use a good 2 years in here to get caught up. And then I can start doing a little bit more on VHS. But as long as my food and snacks are doing okay, I'll try to get some of those rare movies coming in and pay a little bit more on shipping and all that. Hopefully in the summer I'll find some backing for these. Never know. It'll look a lot nicer, and I don't want to pay money on Home Depot to get more plywood or wood or whatever to put on the backing. But I try making them the cheapest way possible. Thanks for watching.